Okay, I'm going to start.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Contention 1 is the Second Amendment. First, assault weapons ban threatens the Second Amendment right. DC versus Heller proves that Miller is no longer the controlling precedent, according to Boren, Congressman, 2009. The reinstatement of a ban on assault weapons runs counter to the Second Amendment, which protects the right to lawfully keep and bear arms. The Supreme Court ruled in Heller that the Second Amendment protects an individual's right to keep and bear arms primarily for self-defense. The court sent a clear message that incremental steps to erode the Second Amendment are unacceptable. Second, Heller recently redefined the Second Amendment individual right to possess and carry weapons and was affirmed 2 years later in McDonald v. City of Chicago, applying the individual right to bear arms to all 50 states, according to Mahalko 12. U.S. Second Amendment policy was recently redefined by the Supreme Court. In Heller, Justice Scalia reasoned that the Second Amendment guarantees the individual right to possess and carry weapons in cases of confrontation. Only 2 years later, Heller was affirmed and the Second Amendment was incorporated against the states as an individual right in McDonald. McDonald incorporated the individual right to keep and bear arms established in Heller to all 50 states, ultimately determining that the right to keep and bear arms is among the most fundamental rights necessary to our system of ordered liberty. Contention 2 is self-defense. First, guns can be used to stop acts of evil in the name of self-defense, according to Gross in 2012. There are evils in this world. Our civil right to armed self-defense has a storied history of protecting us from those evils. This right would protect the abolitionists. The right to bear arms was used to protect freedmen from the KKK. Arms continue to protect civil rights workers. The right to armed self-defense protects the LGBT community. The right to self-defense protects mothers and daughters from rapists, merchants from robbers, and families from home invaders. Guns are used 1.5 million times a year to successfully defend good people from bad people, almost always without firing of a single shot. Second, assault weapons defend against terrorists. According to Faber in 2004, gun control proponents deny that the average citizen can or should take action to stop terrorism. There are several examples of armed citizens armed with assault weapons who protected themselves in their neighborhood. Israeli citizens are often the first to respond to terrorist attacks. The shooting at the El Al ticket counter in LA International Airport illustrates the effective use of firearms against terrorist-style attacks. Self-defense against terrorists is an individual responsibility that cannot be delegated to the government. Contention 3, the ban is ineffective for 5 reasons. According to the Legal Community Against Violence in 2005, the federal ban was a victim of numerous compromises, unfortunate regulatory decisions, and exploitation by the gun industry. The definition of assault weapons requires each weapon have 2 military features. ATF used a test requiring only 1 specified military feature. The law bans assault weapons after the effective date of the act. Many firearms manufacturers redesigned assault weapons to skirt the ban. Sporterization. The provision of the law banning copies or duplicates. ATF has not enforced the provision. The law contains a sunset provision. Now, my opponents will argue homicide, but the murder and violent crime rates are declining since the assault weapons ban lapsed. States with bans on assault weapons have a smaller decrease in crime than states that allow assault weapons, according to Lott in 2005. When the federal assault weapons ban ended, gun crimes and police killings were predicted to surge. Instead, they have declined. More than 9 months have passed, and the first crime numbers are in. The number of murders nationwide fell by 3.6%, the first drop since 1999. The trend was consistent. Murders have kept on declining after the assault weapons ban ended. The 7 states that have their own assault weapons ban saw a smaller drop in murders than the 43 states without such laws. My opponent makes an argument about Mexico, but other countries supply Mexican drug cartels with assault weapons. According to Lott in 2010, Mexican drug cartels are able to bring in really powerful weapons from around the world. Grenades and rocket launchers come from countries such as South Korea, Israel, and Spain. Machine guns in Mexico originate from China, Israel, and South Africa. Crossfire. You get the first question.
Yep.
I stopped reading right here, so you should finish it. $15 gone. Come on, ask the question.
Did you say that we need that our ban on assault weapons violate the Second Amendment?
Yes. It violates the Second Amendment right to bear arms. According to the Heller decision, there can be no incremental steps that erode the Second Amendment right to bear arms.
But then
I'm sorry, did you have 2 questions?
No, I'm just...
Okay. Go ahead.
But then what if we have tighter gun control? Does that still?
Yes, tighter gun control eliminates my right to bear assault weapons.
But
I'm not giving you 3 questions in a row. I'm sorry. My turn. I read a quote that said that assault weapons can be used to stop acts of evil. How would you respond to this idea of self-defense?
Well, I have evidence here that says not for self-defense because like the high capacity magazines containing more than.
Wait, are you going to read a quote to me right now?
No.
In crossfire? That doesn't really count unless it's in your speech.
Right.
So as of your first speech, you do not have a response to our self-defense argument. Is that correct?
But then the evils come from the lack of control of the guns. So if we start banning.
So a rapist is evil because we don't have gun control? Your turn. Ask a question.
Okay. In your own words, what is the definition of mass destruction?
Mass destruction is killing lots of people. Hundreds of thousands of people. The problem with an assault weapon is that it doesn't kill hundreds of thousands of people like nuclear weapons or chemical weapons or biological weapons. Your quote from Goodman and Moynihan is what we call rhetoric. It's flowery words.
But then are you aware that...
No, you don't get 2 questions in a row. Okay, we said 5 reasons why the ban is ineffective. How would you respond?
Wait, can you...
We gave 5 reasons why the ban doesn't work. How would you respond to those?
First reason is,
Come on, we're already past time here. Alright, we're just gonna end it.